This is Micmac Island, and this is Michigan Highway 185, or more commonly known as the highway where cars may not come. According to the Michigan Department of Transportation, the M185 is the only state highway in the nation where motor vehicles are banned. Traffic is on by foot, on horse or horse-drawn vehicles, or by bicycle. Restrictions on automobiles date back to the 1890s, and since the ban, only a few vehicles have been permitted on the island other than the city's emergency vehicles like fire, ambulance, and police. The highway was built during the first decade of the 20th century by the state, whenever that was, and designated as a state highway in 1933. The highway was paved in the 1950s, and portions were rebuilt to deal with shoreline erosion in the 1980s. Until an accident in 2005, it was the only state highway without any automobile accidents. As a circular highway, the M185 has no specific start, so the generally accepted starting point is the mile zero marker placed in front of the Micmac Island State Park Visitor Center. The highway uses wooden markers to measure miles instead of the common metal signage. These signs are erected by the MISPC, as MDOT does not install the standard state highway reassurance markers along this roadway. No part of the M185 has been listed on the National Highway System, and over 500,000 people travel along the trunk line in a year. Micmac Island has been a tourist destination since the late 19th century. The island was the country's second national park after Yellowstone until the land was given to Michigan in 1895 to become its first state park. The M185 has been recognized in the press for its unique role as the only state highway without car traffic in the United States by such publications as Chicago Tribune, the Kansas City Star, the Saturday Evening Post, and the Toronto Star. In 2003, it was named the best scenic drive in the state by the Detroit News. In 2008, USA Today named the island one of the 10 great places to get your feet back on the ground as a car-free destination, highlighting the unique status of the M185 in the process. The first city ordinance banning all motorized vehicles from the island were passed on July 6, 1898, with similar state park rules coming in 1901. The residents complained after a doctor's car scared their horses and caused carriage accidents, and these complaints prompted the ban. As such, other handful of emergency and utility vehicles, as well as others by special limited time permits, no cars or trucks were allowed on the island, and no motorized vehicles appear on the M185. When we get people out of cars and onto bikes, they often litter their surroundings, so a horse-drawn wagon comes about to clean the sides of the roads. In the mid-1980s, raising water levels in Lake Huron endangered the M185 and bicyclists on that road. The roadway was overwashed by waves from the lake during a storm in May 31, 1985. The waves littered the road with gravel and dirt and raised fears of erosion. MDOT spent around $50,000, equivalent to $97,000 in 2016, to install 2,500 short tons of rock and filter cloth designed to prevent erosion. The expectation at the time was that Lake Huron could rise another 4 to 5 inches, 10 to 13 centimeters that summer. Such a lake level increase prompted worries that the waves would wash away sections of the road. The lake had already washed away the shoreline near Arch Rock. There was at least 8 feet 2 to 5 meters of berm between the road and the shoreline in the 1970s, and by 1985, some sections had been reduced to just 2 inches, 5.1 centimeters. Storms later that year washed away sections of the M185, removing huge chunks of asphalt. MDOT closed those stretches on July 7, 1986. After the Independence Day weekend to fix the damage. Repairs were budgeted to replace the missing sections of the roadway at a cost of $894,000, equivalent to $1.71 million in 2016. Tourists were detoured inland and uphill to access the island's various tourist attractions. Anyhow, thanks for watching this on video, and see you in the other one. Meanwhile, you can watch some of my older videos here, and please check out the Facts Philosophy channel where I will do a collaboration expected to come out in the following week. Again, thanks for watching and see you in the other one.